Welcome and welcome back. Again, I love saying that. Welcome and welcome back. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Okay, you know I don't like to talk a lot. I like to get straight into it. This is another delicious treat that you can have on the table for your family in no time. If this is your first time to my channel, please come back again. All of my desserts are easy. All of my desserts and treats, anything I make is easy to make. Easy everyday ingredients, no fuss, right out of your cabinet, no special equipment. Okay, let's get into it. So as you see, what I have in my hand is crescent rolls. And I know what you're thinking. What is special about crescent rolls? How can you put that into a tasty dessert? I'm gonna show you in a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside. So in this bowl, I have some blueberries. Nothing special here. And I just washed mine in vinegar and water. And I let it soak for about 10 to 20 minutes. Pour the vinegar off, wash it again. And I just do that to wash my fruits. I know they have all these different fancy sprays, but vinegar and water is perfect. And again, it's just everyday blueberries. If you could get organic, even better. But I didn't have any, they didn't have any on sale, so I got these just as well. So now, there go our blueberries. You know, I was in the store the other day and I was looking at the decorations, and I can't believe they already have 4 decorations up. Honey. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put a little bit of honey, and you can put any kind of sweetener that you like. If you want to use brown sugar, if you want to use white sugar, any sweetener you like. Or matter of fact, you don't have to put any sweetener in. And that's the wonderful thing about making your own desserts. You get to decide how much sweetener you want, and this is just honey, nothing special. And of course, as everyone know, on this channel we love vanilla. And you know, the descriptions and measurements will be, the measurements and ingredients will be in the description box. So don't worry about that. Cream cheese. I am making a blueberry cream cheese roll, not cinnamon, blueberry cream cheese roll, just like in a blueberry cream cheese cake or pie, but we're gonna make it in a roll. And this is just the brand that was on sale. You can use any brand that you like, or any brand that's on sale. Yeah, so like I was saying, I was in the market and I see that they're putting up 4 decorations all in the stores. And I'm like, this is just, it's still summer. Just enjoy the summer before we start thinking about the fall. And it just seemed like time is flying by. I don't want to date myself, but I remember back in the day, it just seemed like, you know, it was summer. No, it was spring, and then it was summer, and it took so long for the seasons to pass. And now it seems like they just pass right in front of your eye, just in a blink. Okay, so now I'm just going to mash this up. Again, nothing special. If you have a food processor, can you use a food processor? Absolutely. If you had a blender, if you want to take out your blender, you can do that as well. And you want to take your cream cheese out of the refrigerator, because you want it really soft. It makes this a whole lot easier. And you don't really have to add any liquid or anything like that, because of it's soft, number one, and the honey. Now I'm breaking up the blueberry into the cream cheese, but if you like your blueberries whole, you can leave them whole. And again, this part can be done with a food processor or a blender, but it can also be done with a fork. You know, I used to watch shows, and they always have fancy equipment or expensive equipment like Crescent and, you know, just the things that I didn't have. And I would be so intimidated trying to make a recipe or follow their recipe. And I said, you know what? I stopped and I thought about it for a minute. I'm sure our grandmothers and great-grandmothers was making desserts without a stand mixer, without a Cuisinart. And I did enjoy those desserts. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside. Now I have 2 baking pans, and I just greased it or oiled it and put parchment paper on it, because I'm always afraid that it's going to stick. So let me know, does anyone else have that fear as well? And here's the part I always dread, taking it out of this roll up. It gives me such a hard time, but just see if I can do it. Okay, it came out. Are you like me and you never know where you should separate it at? I mean, come on, they need to make this a little bit easier, but okay, there we go. And there's always a part where you start to unroll. There we go. So now that we unrolled it, I am just going to take a little bit. You really don't need a lot, but if it spills over, that's fine. And this is why I love making my own desserts. And you can tell everyone this is homemade, and you'll be telling the truth. You made it at home. It did take a little bit of help. You know, I realize you staying in the kitchen making every little thing from scratch does not mean that it's always going to taste better. And you just roll it up real easy. And again, don't be concerned if it looks like the filling is coming out. It's fine. And then you just stand it up. I hope you can see that. I'm going to do it one more time. Yeah, so like I was saying, when you make it at home, you get to decide what you want to, you know, how you want to make it. And again, if your house didn't like blueberries, you can use any kind of berry you like. In fact, you can use apples. That would be great for the fall. But again, it's in the summertime where I am, and we still have some wonderful, delicious berries. So I decided to use blueberry. And I'm, you know, doing a little spin on blueberry cheesecake. And everyone in my house love blueberries. They love cheesecake. So I thought, why not? You do want to give some room in between because these tend to like expand. So I'm giving space in between. I think I could fit another one on. So you tell me, guys, how have things been going for you? Can you believe in a couple of months it is going to be 2025? I mean, really, I was just thinking about that. Like I said, they have 4 decorations up, and I'm like, wait a minute. I started counting down. I'm like, we're in August. Well, the middle of August, really, now. And it was like end of the summer parties and stuff like that, decorations. I'm like, end of the summer? Yeah, I don't know. Just seems like time is flying by. How do you feel? And where you are, please drop me a comment and let me know what the weather is like. Because the weather can be pretty tricky where I am. I'm just going to give my hand a quick wash. And I'm going to set this one aside. Yeah, one day is warm. The next day is raining. The next day is kind of cold. I'm not complaining. Okay. I have one more pan because that one was getting kind of crowded. And you always want to make more, a lot more than less, because people will say, oh, I have one, and then one turned into 2. So you always want to make sure that one opened up really easy. And again, you can fill this up with whatever you like. Please take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I assure you it costs absolutely nothing, but it really helps the channel. Please leave a comment. Let me know what fillings would you have put in this. And you know, this is great for the fall because you know what I'm thinking now? You can use pumpkin. Make a pumpkin pie. Perfect. Okay. I think I'm going to do one more. Yeah, I think I do one more because that one seems lonely. So yeah, please leave a comment. I love to know how, you know, did you try it or what you would have did different. Okay, one more. This one will probably be mine. I always like to try it out before I give it to my guests or my kids. Even though my kids love being my testers. And you do put this in the oven and you just read the instructions on the back. Now, everyone oven is different. So 375 in my oven may be more like 400 on yours. But it do, I believe the ingredient, the instructions are 10 minutes at 375. But 375 is a little too high with my stove because I think, you know, 375, like I said, is probably more like 400. But again, after 10 minutes, you want to give a look and see if it's brown. And you decide how brown you want it to be. Okay, so let's get this in the oven. Okay, Just trying to get the camera right. But look how delicious that is. I know I said look instead of taste, but I wish you can taste this. In fact, you will be able to taste it if you make it yourself. And you know, in my stove, I did it at 300. I did at 300 and it took about 15 to 18 minutes. But you can follow the instructions on your stove and see if 475 works for you. But is that not delicious? I mean, just look at it. You can see how delicious by just looking at it. I was going to put some blueberries, some more blueberries. And yeah, give this a try. I'm telling you, if you present this to your family, they I'm telling you, they will dig right into it and start. Or your guests. This is a perfect little thing to put on the table for your guests while dinner is, going to be served. A nice little treat. Now, you can glaze this if you want, but I think it's perfect just the way it is. Look at that. You can see the blueberries. And if you go to these restaurants or these bakeries, they will charge an arm and a leg, especially where I live at, for the same thing. And I'm quite sure mine tastes just as good as theirs. Please take a minute, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. It costs you absolutely nothing. Leave a comment. Let me know, how did you like it? What fruit you would use? Maybe blueberry, maybe raspberry, strawberry. But this is delicious. I can't wait. I did try it, but I can't wait for you to try it. Again, leave a comment and let me know. Until next time, enjoy.